account of the fact of how long it took for him to learn how to fish, right? That's a good one. But Marmalade Pfeiffer, folks, that's what we're talking about. Happy holidays to Marmalade. He's not here, but I'm going to pretend he's out there. One of you out there pretend to be Marmalade, just so I can say Merry Christmas to you. He's back in town. Marmalade would not play his musical instrument, folks. Would not play it. And every time we'd have, Battle of the Bands. We'd have, garage parties. Would not play his instrument. Would absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it finally came to a tipping point. You're like, I'm on edge. Where's the story going? I'll tell you. I will tell you where the story is going. Reached a boiling point when we got to when Jeremy got married. First of the group to get married. All he wanted, other than the blessed love of his wife, was for our band to play at his wedding, right? But Marmalade Pfeiffer, old Marmalade, still refused to play. And finally, folks, Jeremy flipped the script, as they say, went up to Marmalade, looked him dead in his eyes and said, "Marmalade, jam!"
Darwin Doobers.
Not yet, Jack Attack, not yet. And that's when we realized, Crown Point, you can't have Marmalade jam. Now, Jack Attack!
Darwin Doobers. Darwin Doobers.
I'll take your applause.
Darwin
Keep it going.
Doobers.
I'll wait.
Darwin Doobers.
I'm gonna do it on time, Keith. I'm good. All right, let's keep the jokes a-rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I wasn't gonna do this because I didn't want to embarrass my protege. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Attack Baker in the back. Give him a hand. He's been coming out with me, giving me the proper introduction that I deserve. Didn't want to embarrass him, but we were talking and we noticed mistletoe up front here. Right, mistletoe? Are you seeing anyone? Oh, this is gonna be really weird, Jack Baker, but we're gonna do it anyway. Jack Attack in the back noticed that by you sitting in the front row with your mistletoe headband, all the performers here tonight are exactly crotch level to you. I don't know if that's how you got your current boyfriend, but good job. Sorry, Jack, I tried. Jack's got a group going called the Baker's Dozens, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to be a part of that or the Doobers Swooners, see us after the show. Another blatant plug. Won't do that anymore. Actually, I will one more time before my set is over. Hopefully you can help me out. Not a big deal. Not gonna make a fuss. Gonna keep it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, the offspring of awesome. I talked about Marmalade, talked about friends, talked about the holidays. Why don't I talk about this, folks? A lot of people get drunk over the holidays. Anyone here a big drinker over the holidays? Can't stand those relatives, right? I heard a couple of woos. You look like you're 14. How are you a drinker? Sorry, no, you're right, because that would make you a pedophile. Sorry, whoops. Not, hey, out there, you can't see them, but they're lovely. They're a lovely couple. Oh. Party foul. Anyway, what were we talking about? Thought that at a bigger court. This is nuts. Christmas special, guys. If this is happening now, I don't know what's gonna happen. I like that you're laughing. Sorry, I don't mean to insult anybody. You guys are great. You're all like 37, right? Yeah, all right, perfect. They're 37, not pedophiles. Let's move it on. Let's talk about drinking. I heard a woo. Who wooed? You wooed. Anyone else big time drinkers over the holidays? In the back? Nada, how you doing? You feel, do we bring up a lot of childhood memories? I'm sorry if you're sad.
I'm very sad.
You're very sad? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Nada's a little sad, and I think because it's a holiday special, we need to cheer Nada up and change her from nada to the Spanish word for something. What is the Spanish word for something?
Algo.
Huh?
Algo.
Algo. You'll come up. You also come up. You two. Nada, come up here. Come here. Come on. Nada? Nada, come on. We gotta cheer you up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's go ahead and say Merry Christmas, Nada.
Merry Christmas, Nada.
But you're not Nada, you're actually...
Algo. Algo.
This is the worst stage for my movement abilities, folks. Sorry about that. One more time. Merry Christmas, Nada.
Merry Christmas, Nada.
But you're not Nada, you're... Shut it really loud. You're not actually Nada, you're...
Algo.
Say what she said.
Algo.
Yeah. You feeling better?
You know, man?
Perfect. I love it. Drinking. Ladies and gentlemen, when people drink, they like to fight. We got any fighters?
No, it's right.
Why are all the girls responding? The guys are like, I will not participate. I always expect the guys, but it's actually the girls. You are a baller in the back. Don't scuff with her. Where were you all those years when they were making fun of Nada? Oh, Too bad. So sorry. Cry, cry. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not like to fight because I don't know if you've noticed yet, but my physique doesn't... I'm not exactly an intimidating specimen, am I? The old Doobs? Might be the offspring of awesome, but not as much of a baller as that lady in the back. But ladies and gentlemen, I got into one fight one time. Got into one fight. Not gonna lie, it went bad. I did this thing where some guy was threatening me, right? You ever been threatened by a fella, sir? All the time. Okay. Got threatened by a fella, and I immediately said to him, "Sir, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself." Have you heard this slogan, this phrase, this wording that is supposed to thwart off enemies? This check yourself before you wreck yourself? And he continued to beat the shit out of me, ladies and gentlemen. Because what I hadn't done was he had indeed in fact checked himself, and therefore did not wreck himself, right? But what I had failed to do was check if he in fact checked himself, and therefore I wrecked my self-esteem. That's wordplay for you, Crown Point. Wordplay for you. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good. Talked about marmalade. Talked about the drinking. Gonna go ahead and do this one, folks. Who here is tired of commercials? You guys see these commercials? Yeah. I don't get these commercials. I don't understand them. There's one in particular. You guys hear about this product, this SpaghettiOs? Anyone here eat SpaghettiOs? God help you if you have, but has anyone ever out there? Sorry I broke the camera, but have you eaten SpaghettiOs out there? Turquoise sweater, red sweater. How about that couple that was kind of cutely, cozily, and up to each other at the half bar thing? You guys still there? I don't know if you're there. There's a group in the back. They probably can't even see me though. Have you guys eaten SpaghettiOs? No? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand SpaghettiOs. It's an edible product. Who here knows? Yes, explain it to the blonde. It's on the TV on the outside. I love you, dear. Green sweater for the win. Merry Christmas, green sweater. Green sweater. Ladies and gentlemen, SpaghettiOs has the most odd and inappropriate jingle in all of the history of edible products. Who here knows the jingle for SpaghettiOs? Anyone hear this thing? Yeah. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at the Zodiac Lounge. It's a food that we're supposed to eat, but your selling jingle is uh-oh, the same noise we make when our adolescent children poop themselves unexpectedly. Right, every other food, like McDonald's, folks, not good for you, but ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it, right? Okay, I'm loving McDonald's. That is encouraging. That encourages me, right? Or how about this, the new one, KFC? So S-O-G-O-O-D good, folks, right? So good. They say it and they spell it out for you in case you can't understand words. So good is this KFC. Arby's, good mood food? Don't agree, but it's at least inspiring me to maybe go to my Arby's and buy a beef and cheddar. Even the egg, ladies and gentlemen. The egg. You know that white oval thing that we eat at Easter time? The egg is the incredible edible egg, if you can believe it or not. It's a little biased. It's not necessarily incredible. I don't think I'd be like, you know what, that egg, top notch. No, but it is edible, right? We can agree? Crown Point, it's edible. But SpaghettiOs shows, uh-oh. And I came to the conclusion, folks, after much painstaking research and analysis, that SpaghettiOs marketing researchers must have tasted the product, then after 3 days of diarrhea, came back to the table and said, you know what? For this product, let's go with honesty is the best policy. Ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of SpaghettiO eaters here, obviously because you're still alive at a comedy show. Good for you. Good for you. But yeah, this TV stuff is going crazy. I'm going to try this one out for you guys. It may not work. You gotta feel the crowd out. But there's another commercial that I particularly don't like. It's blatant lying. It's lying to you folks. I don't know if you've seen this commercial. This commercial for Midas, ladies and gentlemen. This commercial for Midas tells me, and I quote, trust the Midas touch. Alright? A couple days ago, my POS 1994 Ford Escort broke down, right? Anyone here drive a Ford Escort? Don't. Oh, see me after the show, we'll compare notes. Took my POS car into this Midas place under the guise, the illusion, the idea as it were, my Doobers swooners, that I could in fact trust the Midas touch, right? 3 days later, Alex from Midas gives my phone a old ring-a-ding-ding, right? And he tells me my car is as good as new. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you guys. We got any Greek mythology majors out there? Anyone here familiar with Greek mythology? King Midas, folks. The Midas touch. When he touched things, they turned to solid gold, right? So I did not expect a phone call to say my car was working as good as new, Doober Swooners. I expected a phone call to say, hey buddy, we turned your car into solid gold. And therefore you can sell it for much more than it's actually worth, which right now is about $50. It's terrible, don't trust it, folks. All right, we got about, you were nodding your head. You know about King Midas? Yeah, all right, that's cool. You and King Midas go back? You guys are drinking buddies? King Midas. That must have sucked. He'd be like, give me a beer, King Midas. I can't drink it because it's gold, right? Oh, fuck my life, right? When you're friends with King Midas. It's terrible. All right, folks, I don't know at all where the lights are coming from. You seem to be having a great time. We having a great time? I think so. We got a hell of a holiday show going for you. Evans from the heavens, how am I doing? Nathan Gibson, how am I? Anybody that produces this show that has half a brain to tell me where my light's coming from. What are we doing? Because I'll do an hour. I'll keep going. I'll roll this train. I will sing Christmas carols for everybody, right?
Go ahead.
All right, we're not doing that. Reaching my bag of tricks, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new one about this one, folks. We'll talk about this. And I'm probably going to wrap it up on this one. I don't know if you've heard about this guy. Have you heard about Sean McDonald, ladies and gentlemen? Have you heard about this guy? You might know him as Old McDonald. Have you heard about this guy, this Old McDonald? Yeah? Yeah. Apparently he had a farm, ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe it or not. This Old McDonald had a farm. Yeah, exactly. You're getting to my point. But ladies and gentlemen, the key word there is had. Old McDonald had a farm. He doesn't have it anymore on account of the fact that there was too much E-I-E-I-O-ing and not enough growing fresh produce, right? Old McDonald's going a little crazy in his old age, if you can believe it or not. A little crazy. Had to pass it down to his son, Young McDonald, right? Young Dirk McDonald, right? Now he has a farm. But know what Young McDonald doesn't have, ladies and gentlemen? Any sense of business acumen, right? Doesn't know how to grow a farm, but that's what happens when you're rushed out of high school and you have to be the caretaker of a barn, right? You know, you're gonna try that? It's tough. This barn growing is tough, right? Old McDonald has a farm, gives it down to his son, Young McDonald. Young McDonald now has a farm. You know what else he has? A growing amount of debt. On that farm, he has about half the livestock he used to have, because he had to sell half of it to keep the barn constructed, right? It's crazy. What I'm trying to say is this economy, folks, this economy is tough. Who here is being affected by the economy? Anyone being affected by the economy? The economy is tough, folks. Don't know if you know this, but it's hurting us stand-up comedians. It's making the knock-knock joke obsolete, this economy, this tough economy, this crumbling economy, folks. Making the knock-knock jokes obsolete. Knock-knock. No one's going to answer because the house is foreclosed. Right? Girl, are you single? No, none of them are single, Jack Attack. I don't know. Not gonna find a baker's dozen here today. Maybe Dido. Maybe Dido's on loan. Right next to you? Is that your husband? Yeah. Probably. Never mind. He looks like a lumberjack. He'll probably kill you. Don't. He's a grizzled veteran. It's like man versus wild over here, right? With Dido. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the economy is tough, but I think I can fix it. If you bear with me, I'm going to give you the answer to all of your economic and financial woes. Have you heard this phrase? What's it thought? It's a penny for your thoughts. Have you heard this phrase, folks?
Yeah.
Penny for your thoughts. Thank you. Right. So anytime you hear that thought, that phrase, penny for your thoughts, when somebody comes up to you and asks you what you're thinking about, do one of these. Say fork it over, right? Because then you got a penny, right? And you're like, I know what you're thinking, mistletoe. You're thinking, penny, small, right? I get it. Not a big deal. Not gonna make a fuss. But then there's another one, right? Have you heard this phrase, this saying, just my 2 cents on the situation, right? When someone gives you their advice without you asking for it. So once again, when somebody comes up to you and says, hey, just my 2 cents, again, hand extended, fingers curled inward, right? Fork it over. So you have 1 penny, you have 2 pennies, right? The exchange and flow of pennies increases tenfold, right? You're bouncing back pennies back and forth, back and forth. All I'm saying, Crown Point, Indiana, is at least with 1 cent and 2 cents being passed around, at least when we're talking about the economy, at least we're all making a lot more sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been me, you have been you, and together we are forever. Happy holidays. Bring it up. I don't even know who's hosting this. I'm not sure they know who's hosting this. It's going to be a blast, folks. Have a great night. I am Darwin Doobers. Buy the book. Buy the shirt. Love you all. Good night.